Hey, this is Rick Kasalich, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I wanted to go through the greatest shoulder pain relief exercises. And I'll get Jenna to go through the first one, then I'll go through in detail, and I'll show you the other 5. So there you go, that ends up being the first one, forearm on the wall stretch. So what's happening is Jenna, and maybe I'll get you to come this way. So what she's doing is got forearm on the wall, pretending I'm on the wall. She's stepping through, so right arm up, right leg forward, and she's looking at getting a light stretch in the front of that shoulder area. Good, and relaxing. So a lot of times the shoulder pain, people end up having excess tightness in the front of the shoulder, and that ends up compounding the shoulder pain. So we want to end up addressing that tightness, and also tightness when it comes to external rotation, rotating that shoulder back. So we've kind of addressed that, stretching that, and stretching the front of the shoulder. Looking at that forearm on the wall stretch, sets, reps, time, and intensity. Sets end up being 1, repetitions 2 on each side, so I would alternate back and forth. And even if only one side is where the shoulder pain is located, I'd recommend alternating and doing it on that other side as well, more for shoulder health and shoulder injury prevention. Time, light, you're holding for 20 seconds, and the intensity ends up being a light stretch. Now moving on to the second one, this ends up being arm on the wall. So arms on the wall, and you're looking for a light stretch. It could be throughout the arm. And then if you're not feeling much, you can intensify it by bringing the fingers back. So rotating that arm back. And then I'll get you to face this way. So I'm the wall. So Jenna's got the hand up against the wall, and you can feel the stretch. It might even be in the hand, it could be in the forearm, it could be in the front of the arm, it could be into the shoulders. And if you're not feeling anything, you can add that rotation and then the same thing. And you can end up feeling it in your hand, forearm, bicep, all the way into your shoulder. With this stretch, be cautious with it. Don't be overzealous with it, because it can target. You end up getting a light stretch in the nerves, and we don't want to injure the nerves. We want to target the other tissues like the muscles and the tendons. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, the sets end up being 1. The repetitions end up being 2, so 2 repetitions on each side, alternating back and forth. And just like the other one, I'd recommend that you do it on both sides. Looking at the time, 20 seconds, and the intensity ends up being light. We're looking for a light stretch. Now moving on to the third one, when it comes to the greatest shoulder pain relief exercises, we're doing an elbow side stretch. Good. And so you're bringing the arm overhead, hand behind behind the back, elbows up, and then you can use the opposite hand and pull it to the side, looking for a stretch through here. So we're really stretching the shoulder area, but also stretching down here, because the lats and the lower back end up having an effect on the shoulder. And I'll get you to switch sides. Yeah. So let's go from the start here. So arms to the side. We're bringing it up, reaching behind. You got the elbow up. Opposite hand's going to grab it, pull it back, and then you're going to tilt to the side, and then we're stretching all the way through here. We'll feel it in the shoulder, and then we'll feel it through the lats area. Excellent. So when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets end up being 1, repetitions 2 on each side, alternating back and forth. Time ends up being 20 seconds, intensity ends up being light. So what we've done so far with the first 3 is we've really stretched things out. So a lot of times with shoulder pain, things have tightened up, and because of the pain, and we want to loosen things up, or because of muscle imbalances or poor posture, the muscles have end up compensating and shortening up. We've tried to loosen them up. Now what we're going to try to do is loosen them up even more with a couple specific ball exercises. So Jen has the tennis ball. This is an oversized dog tennis ball. Just makes it easier for you to see where she's putting it and where she's rolling. So with this one, she's gonna ball into the front of the shoulder. So she's got that tennis ball in the front of her shoulder. She's kind of gonna go into a door frame. That ends up working the best because it allows a part of your body to come through. And then she's gonna roll side to side, up and down in circles, counterclockwise and clockwise, working on that shoulder area, trying to stay off the specific joint, and then through the upper chest area as well. Now, when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets end up being 1. Repetitions, you're looking at 5 good movements that you're doing through the muscle belly in that upper chest, and then in that shoulder. Time, smooth, controlled movement. Intensity, we want to feel like we're kind of loosening up the muscle, massaging out the muscle. Now moving on to the next exercise, so the 5th one, we're going the ball into the side of the shoulder, so perfect. Good, leaning up against the wall, and then same thing, you're going up and down, side to side, circles, counterclockwise, and what we're looking at is, just like the other one, addressing any tension that's happening in the muscle. A lot of times when we have pain, muscles will tighten up. We've addressed that with a stretching, hoping that it'll end up elongate things and loosen things up. And then now we've gone with the ball exercises in order to loosen up the muscle even more. Sets, reps, time, and intensity. Sets 1, repetitions 5, time, smooth, controlled movement, and then intensity. You want to feel that you're massaging the muscle, loosening up the muscle. Now with the 6th one, going into the wall push-up. So hands are up against the wall, hands are just below shoulder height, you're at a good angle, and you're gonna go through a push-up movement towards the wall and straightening back up, towards the wall and straightening back up. Perfect. And with this one, now we're doing a specific strengthening exercise. So we've elongated the tight muscles, we've addressed any tension within the muscle, and then lastly, now we're working on strengthening up that shoulder and really targeting, the shoulder blade muscles, which tend to be weak, have poor activation, endurance, and strength in people, especially with people that end up having shoulder pain. When it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets 1, start off with 5 to 10 repetitions. Time ends up being smooth, controlled movement with a stop at the end position and the start position. And with this one, you should really feel it working throughout your shoulders, especially in your mid-back and shoulder blade area. So there you go. Give those the greatest shoulder pain relief exercises a go. Now, if you want some of my other tips and tricks when it comes to overcoming shoulder pain, then click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tricks That Fight Shoulder Pain and Tightness. Click right here. Let me know where to send that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will end up being exercisesforinjuries.com/shoulders. Let me know where to send it, and I'll send it to you right away. Now, if you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comment section. If you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. And lastly, hit subscribe in order to get future pain relieving videos.